felt the pressure to excel? Ever had your parents tell you that you have to top your class? This present video, which we are looking at now, it has a doctor talk to us about peer pressure and how that impacts young people, boys, girls, men, women, everybody, and how parents should know when to stop putting pressure on their children to be like a Sachin or a Sania or a Roger Federer, because not everyone can be in that top category of athletes or performers, but nonetheless your best should be good enough for you. And we've linked it with the video of two other athletes, one older and one a newer athlete, and how the older athlete has mentored the younger athlete. And so this is the exact opposite of peer pressure. While peer pressure on the one hand can really get you down, and sometimes it makes youngsters suicidal, on the other hand, this kind of mentoring and this kind of open embrace, it really helps you to get above challenges. So it is something which everybody should imbibe. It is something athletes should imbibe, this mentoring, this this amiable environment, and it just helps you get out of that zone of mental pressure. And athletes and parents and guardians, they should all imbibe this culture of supporting each other instead of pulling each other down, instead of the peer pressure which actually wrecks young lives. We should really embrace this culture of enabling young lives and making them perform better in an enabling and positive kind of way. And especially women, since we are talking primarily about women's mental health, they should support each other, not pull each other down, because when you support another woman, you yourself become stronger.
What is it that any person wants, be it an athlete or a doctor or an actor? They want to be the best, right? So if you look at a budding athlete, I'm sure what will be on their forefront. If they're a cricketer, they want to be a Sachin Tendulkar. If they're a swimmer, they would like to be the top notch, or they would like to be a PV Sindhu, right? But you have to understand, every person cannot be a Sachin Tendulkar. Every athlete cannot be a PV Sindhu. But that doesn't mean that we are going to differ from putting in the effort. So they need to look at the life holistically. So yes, it's excellent to be an athlete. Your all-round development is very good. Focus on your health point of view, your athletic issues. At the same time, probably, you have your another profession also in place. You give a bit of importance to maybe the education and all. So you always have something to fall back on. And most important nowadays is absolutely important is the peer pressure. We never used to understand what peer pressure was a few decades back. My son, when he was in 7th class, he told me something very, very strange statement. He said, he was in 7th class. Huh? He told me, Mummy, you're old. Your generation doesn't understand us. So, that made me think, what is it? He was just 7th class. He was about, I think maybe 7th class, he was about 11, 12 years. So we have to understand what are the issues which are actually faced by these children. And that is a phase where they're going to grow up into taking up whichever profession they choose. So overall, when you are looking at being the best of the athlete or the best doctor, you need to address their mental health, physical health. The parents also need to understand this. Every parent is trying to see and push the child to become something like a celebrity, whoever in that particular field. You need to understand everyone will not be first, right? But that doesn't mean they're failure in life. You can be a very good cricketer. You may not become Sachin Tendulkar. You may not have become the Gavaskar of the olden days. But if you are good in that sport, if you are able to do your bit, and I think that is very important, the parents need counseling. And every parent wants the child to be either the best in the Ramanujam in the maths, become an IIT specialist, or become the best in the athletics. Now, they are looking at the awards, they are looking at the Olympics, they are looking at the other games, they are looking at the succession of these children who become good athletes, go into the advertisement industry, go into the other industries. So they are looking at the holistic, the celebrity status of the athletes. They are forgetting that their child needs to have the normal childhood, the normal growth process. So I think it's so very important to address the parents and society also, that everyone cannot be the first?
नहीं, इतना ज्यादा नहीं था क्योंकि मैं 1.5 month हो गया यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग कर रही हूँ, तो मेरा प्लेयर्स के साथ भी थोड़ा अच्छा कनेक्शन बन चुका है। तो मतलब उनसे बात होती है, मतलब जब भी कुछ गेम के अंदर सिचुएशन आ जाती है तो वो लोग भी मुझे गाइड करते हैं, और कोच भी मतलब गाइड करता है अगर कोई सिचुएशन मुझे समझ नहीं आती है। तो उस मतलब वो चीजें जब सीखने लग जाते हैं आप लोग, तो इतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं होता। तो थोड़ा नर्वस थी, बहुत ज्यादा वो चीज नहीं हुआ जब मैं फील्ड के अंदर आ गई थी, तो
Okay.
ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं हुआ था।
I mean, with her making this move, it's obviously a huge opportunity to really show the world the kind of talent that exists in India and open up that door. I think that is the most important thing. And talking about her journey, obviously she started as a very young. She came into the senior team as a youngster, and I saw the potential in her. I saw that seriousness, that dedication towards the sport, towards getting and trying to be the best version of herself, both on and off the pitch. I think that was the key for me, that I really connected on, because for me, you have to be a good human being first, and then that's how I connect with people. So with Manisha, it was similar. I think right from the start, we kind of really bonded, both on and off the pitch. I have a lot of expectations. I've always had a lot of expectations from her. So I also, like, obviously, as a senior player in the team, I assumed this responsibility of also, guiding someone like her who is serious about the sport, who I can, from my experience, I can help her, guide her. So of course, when she was going through a phase which because from my experience I've seen that players and athletes go through these rough patches, ups and downs are part of life. So I just felt like, from my experience, maybe I can help her and guide her, and it's a good thing that we both share that bond. Like, she also would come up to me and ask me those questions and open up to me. I think that was the key. So I'm really glad that I could play a part and in that phase, because the only thing that I told her was, this is the time which will never come back. Just forget about everything else. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. There's no point of dwelling on it and missing out on the opportunity that is existing right now. That is your way. That is coming your way right now. So it was with the senior team at that moment, and then of course the club opportunity that came her way. So those were the things that, and off the field also, we have a nice fun moments. Also, we enjoy each other's company. We're quite similar in terms of personality, and just enjoying the moment anywhere and everywhere we go.